can I just say that religion as a whole isn't perfect because God is interpreted by men and taught by men to other men, as in people. But for those of you atheists who decide to find the worst episodes and examples of Christianity or use of religion and faith and use them to further establish your negative opinion of someone else's beliefs, you're a piece of shit. There are examples that are positive. They're good, and there's a lot of those examples, but do you choose to find those and use them in your videos? No, because that wouldn't be anti-religious propaganda. That wouldn't be forceful and rude. That wouldn't be very atheist of you. I mean, most of you were formerly religious, have a reason to hate the religion, and I can respect that. But you don't have to defile the religion, disrespect people who believe the religion, and people who have a religion. You can have faith without having religion. You can have religion without having faith. And yes, I do believe what I just said. You don't have to read the Bible to believe in Jesus, or that he, performed miracles. You don't have to believe in everything in the Bible, either. You can see it, believe some parts, because you have evidence of it in your own life, and then whatever doesn't make sense to you, just kind of not try to preach on that. But I'm really sick of all these atheists doing what some people like to do on this site, and picking out the worst examples of the use of faith, and using them to prosecute people and make people feel negatively towards their own religion, whenever most of us who believe in God, or some kind of religious background, or some kind of faith, have very good reasons, and have our own reasons, and don't need to hear that or want to. We know that in every crowd of people, in every group, in every circle, whether it's religious, or literature, or science fiction movies, or whatever it is, there's always a nut job trying to do things their own way, and ruining it for the rest of them, so to speak. That is human nature. And what a human decides to do or say about God should not influence how you feel about God. It should be how you see God. It should be how you feel. What you feel when you read the Bible, if you read it. What you feel when you pray, if you feel anything. If you don't, I can respect that. I won't force my beliefs on you, but do not force your rude, cynical, tasteless opinions on me. Some people just need to really find better things to make videos about. But, and I'm not saying that you're not allowed to have an opinion, you are, but if your whole channel is this particular thing, maybe you should find other topics, because people probably don't want to see the same thing over and over again, because you will lose subscribers for that as well. If you look down through my videos, every one of them is different, whether it's some rant, or some song that I've written, or, and I know I'm not the best singer in the world, I know I'm not the best spoken person in the world, but, to be honest, when I say things, I make sure I don't sound like an idiot or someone with a paper asshole. I make sure I don't sound like someone who's biased. Sometimes my views contradict themselves. Like, I think certain things, but I also think other things. And then in my head, they fight each other. And someday I'm going to decide one side or another, and I know it. But until I do, I don't make videos about those things. Or I try not to. Because I know I'll end up looking like ass later. I think for the most part, people give up too easily on things nowadays, and I'm not saying that if you give up on something when you're in your teens that you're easily giving up on it. Sure, go out, live your life, find things, discover things, and then maybe you'll come back to whatever it was you gave up on, but it's very important that you're not doing it because of what society tells you or what someone else was telling you about religion. Don't, or whatever it is that you give up. I think that a lot of people give up on things that they shouldn't because they listen to what other people say about them instead of saying what they feel or what's going on or taking time and looking at the situation. I can't control what someone thinks about my faith in God. I can't control if someone has faith of their own in God. I can't control if someone doesn't believe in any afterlife. I can't control that. But I can understand the reasons for each case, and I hope people can understand and respect my reasons. I'm not saying you can't have an opinion, I'm just saying you should think before you speak if you do videos like this. Because it's really, you're just being an asshole, basically. You're really just being an asshole.